Hey guys, what's happening? What is going on? Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War and co-host of Music and Mayhem with my brother Skylar Ray, which I may add is going to be tonight, promptly at 7-ish Eastern time. You do not want to miss. You don't want to miss that. We have got so much stuff that we are going to be talking about, and one of them is going to be right here, right now. Hold on one second, please. It's not like we're live. You're probably wondering what I'm looking at here. Um, okay, what I just did, and for most of you who know social media, know exactly all about IT podcast shows, clipping, editing. There's a thing called Opus. I think it's Opus Clips or something like that. Let's see. Opus Clips. I just did my very first show, my very first editing, which means I pushed a button. I downloaded something and I pushed a button. There. But you know what? I did it. Never did it before. Had no clue what I'm doing. But my brother Skylar Ray uh, shot me some stuff, and I listened to him, and I did it, and I just clipped my first show. We'll see what it looks like when I'm done. But you were just yeah, like I said. So speaking of Skylar Ray, we are going live tonight, as I said, with our show Music and Mayhem, which we will be sharing quite a bit when we go live tonight. Um, I know that I come on here a lot, and I just go overboard sometimes with. There's so much going on. You're not going to believe this. The things that have been happening, things behind the scene, and there has been. Um, thank God, you know, me and Skylar working is hosting a show together, and the events that we're doing together, and the time that we're spending together. Thank God we love each other, man, because I don't know many people that could work with us because one, we don't sleep. Um, like I said, he's 4 hours behind, but yet we are talking all throughout the day, afternoon, and night, which means time difference and all that. We're still yapping about work, about shows, about interviews, past interviews, interviews coming up, past events that happen, what we could do to make them better, events that are coming up. What do we want to do for a format? What are we going to talk about? Our shows that we're doing together at different states, different. That's and that's not just like a one and done. That's constant. That's on top of everything else that we're dealing with him and his music, with Kayla, his dealing with his production company and everything that him and Kayla are doing, the collaboration with all the other artists that he's doing. And then on my end, all the shows that me and OG we got going on here in Detroit, the guests, the people here, and then dealing with our producer and editor in New York, and then flying out to New York every 6 weeks to do the shows there, and now flying out, to different places to do events as well, and keeping everything running with our normal Mondays, Wednesdays. You know what? I'm finally getting it. I finally understand. When I first started doing this wild social media ride, and I was a guest on shows, and I would hear these very, very well established hosts of shows um, talking either after we did a show and just bullshitting about things, trying to learn as much as I can. And here they are, just talking with the same passion and love that I have for doing this stuff, and they're just saying how busy. That's the key thing. If I had a quarter for every time I heard, it is so freaking busy. I mean, it's just like a catchphrase that you have to say if you are doing this, and especially if you think you're going to do this for a living, you have to say busy all the time. And actually, you have to stay busy all the time if you're going to make this. But when I first started, I didn't know because I was nowhere near the level where these guys are, and I'm still not. I'm still learning, and I'm still climbing that mountain every day. But I've never quit. and I never will quit because I absolutely love this. I will keep climbing that mountain and till I get to the top. And then when I get to the top, I'm going to make sure that I'm there with all the people that have helped me, that we're all here together. And then we're going to climb that next mountain that's even higher. And we're going to continue to do that. So it's never end. It's not like we're going to set a goal, achieve it, and sit on our ass. Hell no. That's how you get passed by. And that's not going to happen. So, that being said, it is Wednesday, the February the 5th, here in Detroit, Michigan, enjoying the quiet before the storm. Supposedly, we have an ice storm heading our way, and you know how the weather goes. It's the ice storm of the century. It's the storm of all storms, which means it'll probably have a few sprinkles and be like 40. But oh well, is what it is. Um, but tonight, like I said, 7 p.m. Eastern time, myself and Skylar Ray will be going live with Music and Mayhem. And we are uh, doing a lot of work on the show. It's mainly stuff that you can't see. It's all behind the scenes. Skylar is at the talent as far as all the IT stuff, and that page is put together. That's everything. That's Skylar, and this is just the beginning. That's just something that is nowhere. That's not even when I say scratch the surface. That's barely even touching the surface. But we wanted to get something out there instead of just like throwing a name, and a promo out every Tuesday or Wednesday to let things roll. This is serious. We're up in our game, and it's now, it's official. We've got our own podcast show, Music and Mayhem, that's going to be airing weekly, if not more, during events, special events. We're going to be doing that. Um, and we are taking it to another level with the show, the content, the direction it's going, the integrity of the show, and the progression of the show from the minute we go live till the minute we stopped. It is the only way I can put it is it's going to be complete, utter, organized chaos. And because the one thing we will never do is to be like the cookie cutter hosts who do a show who are going to sit there and go off a script and go through their segments from start to finish during certain time frames. Okay, we are going to discuss this, and then okay, Skylar. Well, now let's talk about this, and now let's go. Hell no, hell no. What we are going to do is we're going to be Skylar Ray, Manny Vitale. We're going to be Music and Mayhem. We're going to be ripping it up, and but like I said, the best way to put it is it's going to be organized chaos. There's going to be flow to it until there's time not to have flow to it. There's going to be times where we're going to come on and everything I just said, we're going to say, screw it, screw that. You know what? Today's show, here's what we're going to do. Whatever the fuck we want. That's what we're going to do because that's Music and Mayhem. Other times we're going to do it. So I don't want anyone to sit there and think that, oh God, they're going corporate. I can't even believe I said that word. But so tonight, just to throw some teasers out there, when we first come on, we will be updating some past things that happened actually last night for both of us. We are going to be going over and recapping Skylar's interview with Kalisha over at Pine Case Podcast. I saw it twice. That's how good it was, and I'm not even kidding. Saw it last night when I got done with my live show. Popped on there, watched him and Kalisha, and I tell you what, it was an awesome, awesome show. Got up this morning because I was a little fuzzy on a few things. Watched it again and caught some more things that happened during the interview. Kalisha did an amazing job, man, with the way she just took that interview. And like, I mean, you're dealing with Skylar Ray. She definitely doesn't need his freaking handheld. But that being said, it was a great interview on both of them. And so we are going to be talking about that for sure. And of course, updating on his tour, him and Kayla's tour. We will be updating our events that we are going to be doing together. We're also going to be discussing my live show I did last night with Pancho and Cisco, also known as the one and only radio icon himself, Screaming Scott Randall, who you can hear every Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 on 94.7 WCSX, and the sidekick Loco Joe. So we're going to discuss that. And yes, OG, live again. You know what? You don't get ahead by sitting on the sideline. So time to time to put it in gear and do some grinding. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to be covering that, and then what we're going to be doing is just working on the first parts of the organized chaos, which is going to be us just molding molding our little baby that we created here, molding my music and mayhem, and making it one badass podcast. There, and that's our job. I mean, because you look around, and it's not like people are just going to see music and mayhem, Skylar and Manny, and say, "Oh, let's watch that one over all these other ones." They are going to. You are gonna watch. You're gonna want to sit there and say, "Shit, music and mayhem's on," and actually gonna want to either if you're not seeing it live, you're going to want to see it because we are going to put our freaking asses, we are going to really put everything we got into making this as fun, informative as possible. And it's not a if, it's we won't accept anything less than that. And if it's not, then we won't air it. And that's why I love Skyler, man, because he's got the same mentality and attitude. It's like if we're gonna put, because I've had other people tell me when I first started, how come you're not doing this? How come you're not doing that? And I'm like, well, listen, man, I did. I put some stuff and I saw it, and this is when I was doing a couple little recordings and videos that I was going to drop, and I go, it looked like shit. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Even something looks like shit, you put out there, get your name, get your face. And this is when I first started doing this. And I remember telling this guy, I'm like, kiss my ass. I don't give a shit how much experience you have. I don't give a shit that you're just telling me you were an actor in LA and you're a producer. You just told me to put stuff out there under my name and my face, even if it's shit, just to put my name out there. Well, let's just say he only worked with me for a short time. But no, My Fight Our War, Music and Mayhem it's us. It's not just a name. It's who we are. For My Fight Our War, this is my family that I created because it damn near killed me. And My Fight Our War and God Above's the reason I'm here. So nothing will ever be put out in My Fight Our War. This is my baby that I created 2 years ago. And this is my life, man. And I put everything into My Fight Our War as it is my baby. And it means everything to me. So I'm not going to half ass it. And as far as Music and Mayhem, that's not only I even feel even stronger in a way because Skylar Ray is putting his trust and faith in me to treat that just as I treat My Fight Our War, and just as he treats We Do Recover and all that stuff, trusting me that I'm going to bust my ass just as hard as I am doing that as I am doing this. So I promise you, when you see Music and Mayhem, you are going to see quality, fun, entertainment. Holy shit, did they just say that? Yes, they did. They're not going to do that again. Oh, yes, we will. That's what you're going to get with Skylar and myself. So let's see. What OG say? That's right, man. We don't slack here, man. Everyone here, we bust ass. Just ordered me a We Do Recover hat. Oh, I'm sorry. It must have cut off. I didn't. It doesn't say. I just ordered my Redo Recover hat. It must be on your next post that said, and my Fight Our War hoodie. I'm just messing with you, brother. That's awesome, man. I tell you what, rock that stuff because that's I'm part of that with Skyler. We're all part of that. We're all part of the same family. And looking forward to tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, like I said, just wanted to pop on real quick, say hi. And it's because I just talked to Skyler and he hit me up with this idea to look into this Opus Clips. And I actually just did it and it downloaded while I just started the live here. So after I get off with this here, I'm going to check that out. And what it does is you take your entire video, show, whatever it is. You put it into the system, and instead of me or a producer or editor having to sit there and go through and do this, do that, clip this, clip that, you put it into this thing. And the IT words and terminology, it turns it into like, I don't know how many seconds you can determine clips of if I got a 60-minute last night, we went 2 hours and 9 minutes. If I when I don't download that down into here, I'm going to have segments out of that, and not only that, but all the other interviews and shows that we've done, and now I can blast those out there for entertainment as well. Look at me learning. I'm all grown up. So, Tyler, make sure you let everyone know, man. We're doing it up tonight live, exactly, promptly at 7 p.m. ish. All right, guys. Susie the Wonder Dog said I got to go sit on the couch, pack my shoulder in some ice, and take a nap. So until till tonight, man, have a good one, guys. See you in a little bit.